頭の中の記憶がなくなろうが、胸の真ん中にぶっ刺さった記憶は、魂に刻んだ記憶は、何があっても消えねえって。俺はそう思いたいね。
If there is any anime that can make you cry tears of joy, laughter, sadness, compassion, and bittersweetness all at the same time, it is and always will be Gintama. The story of this marvelous work of fiction makes us experience a roller coaster of emotions, one that comes to fruition through the seamless blend of comedy and drama, through the journey one shares with the interaction of the unique characters. Gintama is truly a masterpiece that can't be summarized or categorized in just a few words. The manner in which it builds its characters, expresses its comedy, conveys deep emotions, and brings out the unforeseen drama is nothing but exceptional. Moving on. Although Gintama excels in its unique applications of comedy, it is still much more than a parody anime. It is a story with deep layers of incredible writing that slowly but surely begins to unravel. Furthermore, as the narrative progresses, you begin to develop an understanding of each individual character after grasping their respective personalities, identities, and even philosophies. Although comedy plays a huge role in the foundational structure of Gintama, the blend of lightheartedness and seriousness is what drives the plot forward and enhances the overall story and characterization. Gintama is a series that compresses all these contrasting and distinct elements to form a story that not only paves way for multiple analytical interpretations when it comes to the roles, identities, and ambitions of the characters in the series, but to also communicate how it conveys the unique, charming, and captivating elements of writing. I'm not gonna lie, I took that straight out of my ass. To further expound on why Gintama is such a masterpiece, we need to talk about the greatness of Sakata Gintoki, who in my eyes is one of the greatest shonen protagonists of all time. Gintoki is a very unique and interesting character. What separates him from other shonen protagonists is his multidimensional personality. He's someone who can display laziness and stupidity, but also cunningness and wisdom. The dichotomy of Gintoki's distinctive characteristics exemplify his identity. He's not a character that's simply portrayed to be cool, funny, lazy, and strong. There's an even deeper layer to his individuality that deserves to be looked at from a profound perspective.
何も変わらねえ。変わる。逃げても逃げ切れるもんじゃねえ。特に本当に忘れたいことからはな。
Furthermore, his maturity is another key component of his personality. Gintoki is a deep-rooted character that witnessed the terror and bloodshed of war. His exposure to poverty and bloody images of the piles of dead bodies plays a huge role in his identity. That exposure, in addition to the guidance of Shoyo-sensei, turned him into the man he is today, one that is still governed by empathy and compassion. His ability to live life happily, maintain his sanity, and protect his kindness despite his tragic backstory is a true reflection and testament of his mental fortitude and strong-willed nature. To not let himself be consumed by his own darkness and failures, and to keep moving forward with a smile on his face, that is who Gintoki is. He has the ability to put self-doubt aside. He refuses to accept the limitations that others have tried to impose on him, and, more importantly, he does not accept any of the limitations that characters in the story commonly impose on themselves. He does not question his ability or worthiness. He doesn't dwell on the past. He charges forward alongside the people he loves. He's a man of trust, a man of confidence, a man of laziness, and a man who likes to pick his nose and read Weekly Shonen Jump. Cut him some slack. That's the greatness of Sakata Gintoki. He's relatable. He's someone that you want to befriend. He's someone that you can consider family. He's someone who will stick his neck out for others, even if it means he has to challenge the world. Gintoki is an individual that can exercise his ability to ignore criticism, ridicule, and vilification from others, and at the same time carry out his duties as he sees fit. Despite his aloof and lazy personality, he has a charm encompassing his character. He attracts and brings people together. He instills confidence in others, and he has the power to turn the people around him into allies. Moreover, Gintoki is a man who has a black heart, a spear. He's a seasoned veteran who has the ability to take action without regard to how the consequences will affect others. He can be ruthless, but not necessarily evil. The amazing thing about Gintoki is that he is a person above short-sighted compassion. He focuses his attention on his goals and ignores the cost. He has the courage to fail. These are all characteristics of Gintoki's warrior spirit, which I believe is highlighted very beautifully throughout the story. Although he's generally laid back and prefers to relax, he still adopts a warrior's attitude. He sees life as a battle that must be fought. There is no way out. Victory is the only aim. Gintoki has dispassion. He has the courage to fight in spite of fear. He is able to detach from the emotions associated with defeat so that its presence doesn't thwart him.
敵の手にかかるより最後は武士らしく潔く腹を切ろう。バカ言ってんじゃねえよ。美しく最後を飾りつける暇があるなら最後まで美しく生きようじゃねえか。
The thing about Gintoki is that on top of everything I just said, his outer persona feels quite comprehensible. He's not aiming to be the most powerful.
Gintoki, 誰よりも近くにいた私は知っている。お前は強い。かつて私をこれほどまでに使いこなした者はいない。だがしかしまだだ。まだお前は強くなれる。まだお前は私の力を限界まで引き出してはいない。強くなりたいか、Gintoki。
いや、いいです。
He's not aiming to directly overthrow the Yamato. He just wants to value the people that are dear and near to him and just live life to its fullest. The reason why Gintoki is so popular is because of how we can relate to his character. We've all experienced some tough times in our lives. However, you can either waste your time and energy dwelling on the negativity of your personal experiences or choose to keep pushing forward with a positive mindset. Gintoki is a character that teaches us how to live, how to love, and how to laugh. One of the main reasons that Gintama is such a wonderful story is that it is centered around a main character that can relate to the audience. You can understand him. You build a bridge that allows you to empathize with him. You slowly but surely begin to find yourself immersed in his outlook and perspective on life.
国だ、空だ。触れてやるよ、みんなも。こっち空、目の前のも守るのに手一杯だ。それさえ守りきれずに、今までいくつ取りこぼしてきたか知れねえ。 俺にはもう何にもねえがよ。せめて目の前で落ちてるもんがあるなら拾ってやりてえのさ。
He's a character of many layers, making him one of the best, well-written and fleshed out protagonists in the shonen genre. One thing that Sorachi really does well from a writing perspective is establishing a diverse line of characters, each with their own personal experiences that shape their personalities and identities. His ability to lay the foundations of each individual character and then gradually expound on them as the series progresses is praiseworthy. Gintoki is not the only character in the series that you connect with. The more you watch Gintama, the slowly you begin to realize that you've developed an attachment to each character. They win your heart through their bickering and daily antics. Whether it's Hijikata's Kewpie Mayo addiction, Sogo's sadisms, or Zenzo's hemorrhoids, you'll eventually get caught into their own pace. You begin to feel like you're a part of their journey. You bond with them, you understand them, you laugh with them during joyous occasions, cry with them during the sad moments. You simply want to be a part of that entire experience. Furthermore, every character is flawed in their own way. They're not perfect, yet they still maintain their identity and wear it on their sleeves. They don't feel the need to hide their quirky behaviors. That's what makes the characters in Gintama unique, interesting, and authentic. The charm and appeal of Gintama comes from its unique applications of hilariously exaggerated comedy. For a few, it may require a bit of patience to get used to, however, I can confidently say that it is definitely worth the wait. The comedy in Gintama takes you to another level of laughter. It breaks the fourth wall and it pieces together a really nice combination of cultural references from various types of media. It pokes fun at other animes and main characters and even pokes fun at itself. The comedy in Gintama makes you feel happy and comfortable. You can always count on it to help lift your spirits if you're ever feeling down. Furthermore, a very interesting observation that I'd like to mention about the comedy in Gintama is how it acts as a tool for character development. It's not just simple and surface level comedy for the sake of laughter, it also provides the audience with a deeper insight on the personalities and identities of the various characters in the series. It allows them to thrive in their own way. It brings forth the real and raw personality of the characters. It allows you to see their identities from a different angle, which really helps project their genuine and authentic traits that shape who they are. Correspondingly, the implementation of pure exaggerated comedy structures the story in a way that makes it more dynamic and flexible. Because of that, it allows the story to go in many different directions, making it unpredictable and exciting. One of the funniest and most memorable moments in Gintama was the toilet paper battle during the Yagyu arc. Only in Gintama will you find the main character taking a dump for 3 episodes during a serious arc. Only in Gintama will you see the intensity of strategic and psychological warfare between the spirits of true men depicted in the freaking bathroom. The comedy in Gintama propels the story forward and only further enhances the unique identity of the series. I can't do an analysis video on Gintama without highlighting the purpose-built battles that transpire in the series. The fights in Gintama radiate exhilaration and thrill. They have you on the edge of your seat. The adrenaline-charged and heart-stopping duels are very well orchestrated not only because of the actual physical choreography, but also because of the underlying emotional aspects that are incorporated in those battles. They get us emotionally invested, resulting in it being much more impactful. Gintoki vs Jirocho, Gintoki vs Takasugi, Kagura vs Abuto, Hijikata vs Briza. I can go on and on, the list is endless. During those battles, we take notice of the characters' emotions and thoughts, the fury, the desperation, their feelings of triumph and defeat. It is essentially an entire cinematic masterpiece. Additionally, they provide a much deeper outlook on the resolve and strength of will of a character. Their motivations are conveyed through their actions and emotions. For instance, witnessing Kagura tap into her full Yato potential and get completely consumed by the natural rage that lies deep within her. Furthermore, witnessing Gintoki's warrior spirit in action. Despite having a lazy personality, he turns into a completely different animal once he steps on the battlefield. Gintoki and Kagura's desire to protect their loved ones, Hijikata's desire to smoke tobacco. These are not half-assed ambitions. These are real and accurate motivations that reflect their characters. Another aspect that makes Gintama's fights unique is that they don't place much importance on elements such as power system, power-ups, and special finishing moves compared to other long-running shonen series. It simply surfaces the characters' principles and convictions and communicates them through the art of battle. Emotion is to fiction as truth is to science. I can't really put into words just how emotional Gintama can be. It's just real and authentic. It hits differently. You find yourself so drawn into the characters that their feelings begin to reach you. You cry, laugh, and empathize with them. You want to lend them your hand and let them know that you're here for them. It really helps put into perspective the ability Gintama has when it comes to creating and establishing a strong bond between the reader and the characters. One of the reasons why the emotional aspect in Gintama is considered to be a strong point is because of this link. You feel for Gintoki when he remembers his sensei. You feel for Kagura when she remembers her mother. You feel for Glasses when he gets roasted. You feel for the gorilla when he gets his ass whipped by Otai from his constant stalking. And you can't help but feel for Madao himself. The emotional aspect within Gintama enhances the overall story and creates a closeness between the readers and the characters. I said it before and I'll say it again here. Gintama is a masterpiece. A story that has a beautiful blend of comedy and drama, a diverse line of unique, interesting, and well-developed characters, a fascinating setting that connects the past and the future, heart-wrenching and character-defining moments, exhilarating battles, and a phenomenal protagonist. Don't skip the comedy, don't have expectations, simply enjoy the journey and take it as it is. That is the best way to not only enjoy Gintama, but any kind of series for that matter. The nice thing about Gintama is that it is very easy to rewatch over and over again. If you're feeling bored or down, you can always rewatch any arc or random episode of your choice and enjoy it just as much as you did the first time. A great story, great characters, and overall a great experience. Gintama is without question a goated series. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys next time. Shonen Boy out. Peace and take care.